All right, kids, class is in session. Put on your quantum generational theory thinking cap on because we about to dive deep. If you're new to this series, welcome. My name is Valu. Here we talk about numbers and we decode the language behind numbers, which is the language of creation. If you want to catch up, go ahead, click at the playlist at the top of my page called Quantum Numerology. This is where we go deep. So I've done a lot of videos on the harmonic bridge generation, right? Which is what I guess some of us call Zennials, and it's from 1977 to 1983. Now I want to dive in to the next 7-year wave. And that's the third harmonic, which is the souls that were born between 1984 and 1990. Just want to do a quick recap, okay? The first harmonic wave was from 1970 to 1976. They were the foundation, they were the system architects. Then we have the second harmonic 7-year cycle between 1977 and 1983. They integrated everything. They were the inner builders. Now we move on to the third harmonic 7 years, 1984 to 1990, and this was expansion. These were the souls that were the outer builders. You have to understand that each 7-year wave acted as like a rung on humanity's ascension ladder. And the number 7 is symbolic because 7 in quantum numerology and even regular numerology represents spiritual completion. So you have to understand the first harmonic wave, they laid the grid. The second harmonic wave were the bridge between heaven and earth. And then the third harmonic wave, they turned the blueprint into living motion. So together they formed the triad of the new earth construction, okay? The foundation, integration, and expansion. All right, let's look into the numbers, okay? So for the harmonic bridge generation, or the second harmonic from 1977 to 1983, they had a collective frequency of 1944, right over here. Now, when we go a little bit down here, 1984 to 1990, they had a collective frequency of 2808. It's the doubling of the 144 grid. You see, 144 is embedded in this code. And then when you look down here, you've got 2808, 288 that's embedded in this code. And in case you're wondering, how do we even calculate the harmonic frequency for each 7-year gap? This is what you do. You use quantum numerology. We multiply the numbers. We don't add the numbers like they tell us in traditional numerology. We multiply them. So for example, 1984 is 1 times 9 times 8 times 4. That gave a collective frequency of 288. 1985 was 360. 1986 was 432. 1987 was 504. 1988 was 576. 1989 was 648. And 1990 was 0 reset. And in another video, I will dive even deeper into individually what do those numbers mean for each year. Y'all, the universe is mathematical. The numbers do not lie. And by you watching this, your consciousness is ready to decode another layer of reality. Everything is connected, okay? When you take, like, for example, the Harmonic Wave 2, 1977 to 1983, and you take all of their collective frequencies and you break it down once again in another quantum layer, these are the numbers that you get. And then you get 6000462. If you want to break this down even further and you remove the zeros and you calculate it, that frequency then turns into 288. So basically, from 1977 to 1983, when you break it down even another layer, the collective frequency is 288, and that frequency starts off the next harmonic wave from 1984 to 1990, because 1984 started with a 288 frequency. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. All right, so for the souls born between 1984 and 1990, what was their role, okay? The global field was ready to expand. So the 2808 frequency that is found between 1984 and 1990 holds twin eights, infinite creation. It's balanced by the 2 of cooperation and community. The souls born between these years, 1984 and 1990, okay, came to scale consciousness through networks, technology, and creative collaboration. They are global citizens by design. They're connected, they're curious, they're communicative. Now, even though they were born into acceleration, they were born into like that tech timeline, they carried an incredible visionary power, but sometimes they lack the grounding that their predecessors naturally embodied. You can say that the third harmonic wave kind of relies on the second harmonic wave, the inner builders, to anchor their visions into stability. But the souls born between 1977 and 1983 and the souls born between 1984 and 1990 are two halves of the new Earth equation. You have the energetic blueprint and the physical manifestation. Now, I know I gave you a lot of information in this video. Let me know if you want me to make a part 2. If you're interested in this stuff, check out my ebook. It dives deeper into all of the generations, and it shows you that, the numbers do not lie. The universe is mathematical. And if you're interested in decoding your own soul codes so you can tap into your new Earth mission using the same method, go ahead and head over my profile, look under Activate Now, and you can order your Quantum Soul Codex report. I love you all, saints, and I will catch you in the next video.